This is called not so perfect deuces. Wow, is that what it's called? We got a hand. Let's enjoy the fact that we're going to get paid 20 credits on every one of these, and we could upgrade some of them to 5 of a kind. Here we go. Beer versus machine here. We're playing a little bit of multi-handed. Doing something for the first time I've ever done. I'm trying to charge a microphone while using it. Seems to be working so far. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to report to you if it charges higher or it doesn't. We're paying $125 a spin. I attempted to play baseball earlier, but you know what? It doesn't work well. You know why? Literally, every time I want to change hands, I have to hit this little button one time and it moves one hand. So, instead, we're just playing a bunch of hands. This is the oldest 50-play game in the country. You can see with its retro graphics, its interface that is very basic. I don't know that to actually be true, but it sure feels like it. Why are we playing this game, given it has no sound, the graphics are horrible? Well, it's really good pay. It's 1610, which means it's a 99.7% back to player. I've been losing a bunch in novelty games that pay about 98% back to player. So I needed a break. And I'm taking you along on this retro adventure. What are we looking for? Well, what I'm looking for cannot be named. I want a dealt royal. I want dealt 4 deuces. Barring that, I would love 3 deuces so we can sweat getting 4 deuces. I'd like 4 to a royal so we can sweat getting a royal. And anything else along the way. Dealt made hands, dealt sweats, we'll take it all. Fewer hands like that have absolutely nothing in them would be nice. We're on turbo. If we get one of those hands that we can sweat, I will turn turbo off. But I think for now, totally reasonable. Part of the reason I don't stream or I don't put a lot of multi-hand like this on without being baseball is because I think a lot of the fun is the progression. Because you're not going to look at individual hands. I mean, we might all get excited, when we hit a royal or something, but it's less about the individual hands and more about the progression, which I think baseball does really well. That said, this is what you get. We're exploring a retro machine, seeing how we can do on it with really good odds. Can we win on a machine this old? Hundreds of years old, I've heard. You think 100 might be too many? Probably. Hundreds? Probably too many. What I will give you is a progression. So for those of you who stuck around this far, if we get to 3,000, we will take that money and play Dream Card really high. What's really high? I don't know. Maybe $1 spend for at least 1,000 of it? Does that seem fair? That gives you some progression. You all hang out on this retro adventure. We do really well. We'll go play Dream Card really big. Or at least really big for me. Those are consistently around double. When you have 3 of a kind dealt, one of them being a deuce, you're going to double your money. If you have an inside straight, you're generally, I don't know, not going to do very well. Get a little bit more than what you do if you do respun. I don't know if you respin, you get about 70, I think. A little higher than normal. How about this respin? Do we get to 70? No, 20. Oh my goodness. It's going to bring down the average. Now, when I first set up here, did I know this machine didn't have audio? No, I did not. Would I have set up if I knew it didn't have audio? I would not. I thought at least I'd get audio. It might look rough, might have, it might not be 100 play, which I was hoping it was, instead it's 50. I could deal with all that, but the fact no audio, yeah, that probably would have been a deal breaker, but we set up and we've had some success in this machine, so we're going to keep going until we don't. I gotta say, of all the things with the peppermill that bother me, it's the fact that the audio on video poker is either set really low, especially in the high limit room where you don't have, here we have music. I'm outside the high limit room. The music's not too bad, but it's louder here than it is anywhere else in the casino. Okay, you don't have music in the high limit room, which is awesome. Plus, but also the video poker machines are so quiet, like barely hear them. And then you have slot machines that are set at 15 times that volume. So you're going to hear the slot machines for sure, but you can't hear your own video poker machine. Give us a little more volume, Peppermill. That's all I'm asking. I am using Illinois deuces, which is what I play back home, kind of rules. This is just better. You get 16 instead of 15 on five of a kinds, and you get one extra also on straight flushes. So it changes some things at the margin, but I even did some Google searches just to see if there's some key things I could do different, and most people are like, yeah, maybe you play a couple more double gap straight flush draws, and there's more penalties. If you have one of those suits, you do this, but they're like marginally, it's like 0.1% difference, maybe even 0.01% in some cases if you're going the other direction from knowing pseudo deuces rules or knowing this is called not so perfect deuces. Wow, is that what it's called? I don't know. This is the best one you can find regularly, especially at these prices. Like, I can't find this at home. I can find Illinois deuces, airport deuces, same thing, but not this. Hey, we got a hand. Let's enjoy the fact that we're going to get paid $20 in every one, or 20 credits in every one of these hands, and we could upgrade some of them to five of a kind. Here we go. 6 five of a kinds, I think, is actually pretty good. About $250 in profit, right? We're back above even. Is it that over? I don't know. Those are often considered very on par with each other hands. Middle-ish, a pair that doesn't connect to I guess the deuce doesn't matter. A pair, and then also 3 to a straight flush, no gaps, are often considered very close together in this game. Usually I just take the pair. Profit holding, going for the full houses. Oh, what about this one? Will we get a profit on this one? What happened? Did you see the contrast between these two? Last time we got 260. This time we got 60. Wow. I don't think either one were in the norm, but I feel like this one was way under, but maybe I'm wrong. We do open-ended. It's up 2 queens. Since this is queen of spades, which I didn't realize, we actually just hold for the wild royal. Didn't get a 1. But we got our money back? Yeah, exactly. See, this would be a fun one to go to do baseball on. And I'd like it to be a little higher, but it would have been fun. But no. I cannot hit select hand that many times every time we go up. Holding 2 deuces, a little better than doubling our money, which I think is kind of a bad result, actually. I think it should be a little better than that. I'm at Peppermill for Video Poker Festival. It's actually been really cool. Better than even my expectations. I'd say there's probably fewer events, but there's lots of informal stuff. People hang out in the high limit room, including people who stream, people who create content, but also people who just like video poker. And we all hang out, we play video poker, we talk, stuff like that. And then some collaborations. Around baseball. Can you guess who that's with? The opening night cocktail party was really cool. A little royal draw action. Serial royal, so not likely. We did get one royal flush with a deuce, so a wild royal. This should be roughly double. It's usually, okay, much under that, 370. Okay. Let's see what 4 deuces get us. See, I feel that's more representative, being closer to more like you get 3 times what you put in total back. So close to 750. We haven't done anything crazy good in this game, but we're holding our own. So, I mean, we have gotten quite a few deuces, so I have to acknowledge that, I guess. But aside from that huge factor, we've got held our own. Just doing okay. Feel like that deuce overperformed a little bit. But it's also been totally awesome, surprised by how many people have come up and say they watch every day, that the videos are a big part of their life. That's huge. Very kind of them to say, appreciate it. So thanks to them and thanks to you for watching this video. We definitely found it motivating. I've been experiencing a little bit of burnout. Not that I'm like tired of everything, it's just like having some losing streaks. The losing's not fun. I don't like losing money, but also it makes for less good content, and that's probably the bigger thing. I just have to keep trying to get content, and then if you keep losing, it's just kind of a cycle. And so 2 straight flushes there. I thought we might do a little better than that, but so this is just to say this has been very motivational. I'm like talking to people who actually watch daily and how it's important to them. Definitely makes me want to keep doing the best I can. So for what that's worth, appreciate it. Thanks to you all. I don't know if you hold this with the kicker or the 8 of hearts being in there, you're already losing 1 heart you could potentially get. Can we get a royal, wild royal? We get a lot of shots. Yeah, we got the 1 there. It's like it's not a great draw for it, but it's probably the best one you can get with, I guess, a wild card. And I don't know if it's the best. Yeah, you can go 2 down and 2 up. Jack 10 deuce might be better. Sorry, this is what I do to entertain myself. Hopefully, it's a little bit entertaining to you sometimes. For people who don't like talking, this is going to be a rough one. I mean, you're still here 14 minutes in. I would tell you to leave now, but it's a little late if you stayed this long. I mean, we're not done by any means, but you're definitely past the halfway point. Don't hold queen 9. We would do jack 9. That's the highest we go with a 1 gap. Yeah, 1 gap. That looks very pretty. I think it's just that, right? That feels like we're not even going to get our... Oh, yeah. We're not going to double our money. Two royal with deuces. We got them quick. I was like, that blue came up fast. we're on a retro adventure. We're just chilling and or for pushes people are pushing me to adopt. Spinning just has some nostalgia. It's not like I grew up with spinning reels. I mean, they were more prominent when I was young, but it's not like I sat around and played spinning reel slots. It's just, I don't know, that's just kind of the terminology I've always had. This is a good one. Get some 5 of a kinds in here too. That'll be nice. 3 of them. Okay. Should be a good amount of money. So almost $250. Definitely $200, right? I mean, the game's gone well for us so far. We're up, which is nice. Not an insubstantial sum. Maybe not a ton given our betting size, but better than losing, and I had my fair share of that this week. I think I'd feel worse if I was like pushing the edges. I'm not pushing the edge. Literally, I'm doing the same thing I would do anywhere. It just happens that, and generally I'm getting better odds than I would get anywhere. Just has not worked out. Dream cards, as good as it is anywhere. Major multipliers, as good as it is anywhere. But those 2 games are expensive and they are high volatility and they can go very badly. So I have not had a hand pay here, and I've gambled so much, no, so many hours really, not like amounts, but in situations where, yeah, you're going to get hand pays occasionally, no hand pays. Probably the equivalent in Durango. I don't know, if I played this much Durango, at least 2 hand pays, maybe as many as 5. And I'm not saying, oh, the odds are, Durango is better. I'm not. In general, Peppermill has better odds. I have no question that games are perfectly fair and square. It's just sometimes volatility. You do particularly bad. I'm sure I could point to times where I did particularly well. But sometimes that's hard to remember in the moment. How about a couple deuces dealt? There you go. That was very easy, and thank you. Can we do 3 deuces next dealt? Am I stretching it too far here? We do hold open-ended with a deuce. Not as good as we normally do holding 3 of a kind, but there was no deuce either, so maybe that figures in. Although I think they're largely the same hands. At that point, the deuce doesn't do a lot. I guess it could help on full houses. Beard versus machine, I think we're going to call it there. Beard wins this time. We started with $1,000 in the machine. We got 610 now, so that's a decent win for us. Appreciate you hanging out with me. If you enjoy the video, like is very much appreciated. We don't do a lot of multi-hand anymore, but we did a lot at the beginning, so you'll find double bonus, you'll find deuces wild. We have quite a few videos actually. Used to play that exclusively at the end, so there are quite a few. But also, if you want to hang out and watch baseball, you can go to my page and you can find all of these in playlists. But also, YouTube's pretty good about offering you up the best videos. So if you want to keep playing video poker with me, well, let's do it. Appreciate you all and talk to you soon. Have a good one.